There are new details tonight on crime in our city. Ottawa police say the number of criminal offences has risen steadily over the past decade, and one form of crime is far outpacing others. CTV's Austin Lee joins us live to break this down, Austin.
Yeah, Patricia, new numbers prepared for today's Ottawa Police Service board meeting show shoplifting is on the rise. More than 12,000 shoplifting incidents were reported in 2024. That's an average of more than 33 per day, and it represents an increase of more than 380% over the past decade. Again, that far outpaces the increase in overall crime, which grew by 63% from 2015 to 2024, and that includes things like violent offenses, sexual offenses, and property crime. Ottawa's police chief, Eric Stubbs, says some businesses may be reluctant to report each shoplifting incident because there's so much paperwork, and it does take a lot of time to file a report. But he adds, without regular reporting, it's tough to identify and track down repeat offenders.
If something walks out the door, $100 or $200 worth of something, that could be their profit for the day that just walked out the door, and they won't make that up and have a net profit day of zero or worse. So we know that is an issue, and that's why it's important for them to report, so we know exactly who's doing what.
And it's not just in the nation's capital. Mike Dean local grocer locations across eastern Ontario and western Quebec are also noticing this troubling trend, with thieves stealing thousands of dollars worth of goods each month.
Where we can find something, we can track somebody, we can see it on all of our hundreds of cameras, we can issue a trespass notice to the individual, and then they come back the next day and they come back the next day. It's the repetitiveness of what we can't accept, and it's not a $1.50 chocolate bar, it's $300 or $400 worth of meat.
Now, Dean says his stores are now ramping up security measures. They're installing one-way traffic barriers, chaining off closed checkout lanes, and more. So what's behind the rise in shoplifting? Well, there are a few factors. Of course, the rising cost of living is certainly a driving force, but Chief Stubbs also points to the increase in Ottawa's overall population and lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Patricia.
CTV's Austin Lee live for us tonight. Thank you.